Dude, Aaron, it's throwback time. It's definitely throwback time. Mostly because I got a break in the action, and, you can see by my, well, maybe you can't see there, because I got not enough light on me, but hang on one second here. All the paint stuck on my fingers. I got a break in the routine, because I've gotten the windows down to the point where I'm now just throwing on that, skim coat, basically scuff coat, basically kind of fill all the gaps in coat, and then I got to start painting more on top. But I'm now reaching the point of seeing the end of the tunnel in the fixing the house up enough for the insurance crap. But this has come into play, and I was listening to Rush Limbaugh earlier, and I always listen to Rush outside. I'm sure it drives my African-American neighbors just a little bit insane, but you know what? F them if they can't take a joke, because I'm going to listen to what I want to listen to, because I listen to their crap booming away all the time. So anyway, the long and the short on that one is, basically, they're starting to show all these poll numbers cranking out, and Obama's breaking away, and, they're now tied. Okay, let's bring this into frickin' perspective here, okay? Obama has never cracked 50% ever. I forgot to actually even take a drink here. Excuse me 1 second. Okay, and also this is the Reuters Lima, Papa, Sierra, Ocean, Sierra, Pole. And this thing is not even a good number, man. Let me tell you why this works, okay? What happens is Obama's trailing, Obama's trailing, Obama's trailing, Obama's trailing, and then finally they get to the point where they need to be somewhat intellectually honest and go, oh crap, if we considerably show Obama winning and we get our asses handed to us when the election takes place, we're going to look like total, complete and absolute dumbasses, because our numbers were so skewed, absolutely wrong, and we called it completely back-asswards. So here's what's happening, is that all these numbers are artificially high. And then they go with an aggregate number, and the aggregate number shows that Romney is tied. Okay, well, let me put this in perspective for you guys, okay? There's never, ever been a sitting president who has gotten re-election with a disapproval number as high as the president's. His disapproval number is really not bottom basement like they try to say it is, okay? There's a lot of people that are very pissed off at him, and here's the other thing, too. A lot of Democrats that jumped on the boat, basically voted for his dumbass, are now very disillusioned. They basically went in and they said, okay, yeah, this guy's great, he's black, we can vote for him, blah, 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 we're good Democrats. And they got their asses handed to them, lock, stock, and barrel. Because every time it came down to him doing some kind of policy thing, it really didn't work in their favor. The earners gap is now falling through the floor. The middle class is taking a major hit. And these are the guys that basically voted for him. The union guys, well, they're a small minority, okay? And never let anybody basically say that the unions are really going to influence a election that much, except for simply the contribution of the money they put towards it. For the very simple reason of the unions are a dinosaur, okay? It's going away. It's going away by the wayside. People don't want to be part of a union. When you become a union member, you basically contributing a goodly portion of your funds towards the union, of which they basically then plunk it into whatever political party aspects of which you really don't have much of a voice. That got changed around with federal law to a degree. There's still a lot of black funding that they can do that basically, and I say black funding because it's like, secret funding, hidden funding, auxiliary funding that really doesn't get reported on the taxes so much, or basically, they do some kind of tricky little, cheat thing. Democrats do stuff honestly. If they're honest, they get booted out of office. That's why they misrepresent themselves and have to lie. Now, the numbers are basically as such that they've been falsified from the get-go. Romney is a likable guy, okay? You can't just look at this guy and go, okay, well, he's a Mormon. He's a this, he's a that. Okay, now here's the other thing, too. I'm going to break this news story right frickin' now. They're going to go on about, when he was a preacher of some high level, I forget what the actual phrase, term, whatever it is in the Mormon church, and I don't want to insult the Mormons, because I actually do really like the LDS guys. I would love to live in Salt Lake. No, I'm not even going to go there, but I would love to live in Salt Lake. Anyway, the long and the short is basically this woman was, she had 4 children. She was pregnant with a 5th child, or it was the 4th child. I forget the exact numbers, but basically he was talking to her, and he goes, okay, look, here's the thing. I cannot tell you to get an abortion. I am basically one of these guys that are signing on the Lord, and the Lord tells me to protect children born and unborn. If you have an abortion, you are advocating your rights to that child as being a child of God. It is an innocent being. You're not allowed to kill it either in your body or outside your body to make it more convenient for you. And yes, she was having a really, really hard pregnancy, a lot of health issues, and there was doctors going back and forth. And of course, you know the way doctors work. Doctors go, "Oh, I'm a good Democrat. You should have the abortion." And there's a lot of conservative doctors. There's a hell of a lot of really leftist-leaning POS Democrat communist members in good standing who happen to be doctors. Just give me 1 second here. I never talk politics with doctors, by the way. Especially not if they're going to wrench on me. But anyway, the long and the short is basically Romney is like, look, you cannot have an abortion in good stead with the church. You can't. Okay? You're basically going to be slapping God in the face. You're going to be slapping the church in the face, and you're going to be killing this kid who doesn't deserve it because it's an innocent being who's not seen sin one. Now, here's the thing, it's basically going to throw this out there going, well, see, he's pro-life. He's now not pro-life. No, under the aspects and auspices of being under the church offices, he had to state it as that. Okay, now here's the thing. The woman basically had the abortion. She killed her kid. Now, here's the other thing, too. She was so stricken with guilt, she left the LDS/Mormon church. Now, Romney basically was doing everything he had to do as one of the high-ranking guys, basically stating, you know, I'm basically your religious leader. You cannot do this, okay? If you do this, you go against the church and God. That has nothing to do with his political campaign whatso-fricking-ever. Now, the other thing, too, is he's been the governor of the most blue state in the union next to California and my state, which is the People's Republic of Maryland, and he basically was pretty much a centrist with some conservative leanings. But you know what? He was working with 87% Democrats. I'm sure he had to really bite his tongue just to get some stuff through the offices and through the House, through the Congress, and get it made into law. He had to do what he had to do. But here's the thing. Romney basically, I don't know if he would really cross the aisles per se and basically sucked up and kissed butt and brown nose and all the rest of that happy horse crap. He got the jobs done in the most blue state in the union as a Republican. That says this guy knows what the hell he's doing. And I'll tell you what, when it comes time for tonight's debate, which is going to be on 10/22, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think Romney's going to clean Obama's clock again. Because even that last one, he said, oh no, that was a tie. That was not a tie, okay? Obama stepped on his dick enough times that basically it was fun to watch. It really was fun. Oh, well, let me see the transcript. You know, the news chick had the transcript right frickin' there. And then later on it comes out that she lied, he lied, and everybody else was lying all in between. Now here's the thing, too. You do not lie in a presidential debate ever. The reason being is because people then have the hindsight of 2020 and go, you know what? This guy was full of crap. And they're going to keep doing that, and they're going to keep dragging that out, and they're going to keep talking about it for time and eternal that he lied his ass off. Now, here's the other thing, too. You have to inoculate yourself with the simple fact that these polls are these polls. They will never be in our favor because they are mostly run by Democrats, okay? What you got to do is you got to look at this stuff. You have to trudge on onwardly, strongly, forthrightly, and go, this is crap. This doesn't mean a damn thing to me. I'm going to vote with my conscience, and I'm going to vote for the right guy. Now, I'm going to tell you for a fact, I am not going to vote for Obama. And that's all I'm going to say on that one. But I will say very strongly, I have very strong leanings towards Governor Romney. Take that how you wish. But when you pull that curtain behind you, or in my case, I think when you walk up to the machine, you throw in the card and you verify and you punch the button and they go on about, they're trying to muddy the waters also with all this voter fraud crap. Do not believe it. Go in there and you better frickin' vote. No matter what. You better get your ass out of your couch, you better get your ass in your car, you better drive down to the polling position, and you better frickin' vote. Because every vote is going to count this time. You better sound off like you got a pair. Alright, on this note, I'm going to break off and not keep you guys too terribly long, but you know what? Poll numbers are BS, and that's how you can take the title of this video. Poll numbers are BS. That would be Barbra Streisand, because it smells about the same. Ugh, good times. Alright, folks, so here it is, podcast show. You know what? Eat good, keep the sun ring, Don't listen to lying assholes that basically make fake polls. Good times.